Welcome from the home of the New York Mets, Citi Field in Queens. Interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Brewers going up against the New York Mets. Just a little bit away from first pitch. And on the hill, the big righty, Clay Holmes. What do you have on him, Chris?
Well, a very solid ERA last season, just a little over 3. And when you've got a guy like that taking the mound for you, the offense is definitely expected to score 4 runs at least, unless they're really struggling. So more times than not, when he's on the bump, you're going to win the ball game if you just do your part as an offense. So last year, great year. He wants to repeat that or even improve. And I think there is some room for improvement. He's got good stuff. It's just executing from hitter to hitter.
On the ground, right side, and that's just foul. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That's back there. And it's gone. Chance Howe with his first major league home run, a special moment in his young career, and who knows, maybe that'll open the floodgates for him.
Yeah, getting that out of the way can be a big confidence booster. It feels like a huge weight just been taken off your back. You can go up there with a lot less pressure on you now, and I wouldn't be surprised if he gets hot for a little while.
What do you remember about your first career homer, Chris?
Well, I remember it was off of Omar Olivares, and being there in Los Angeles against the Angels, just a tremendous day, great ballpark, and a special moment for sure.
And now Chance Ray, this guy with big-time power and an elite defender. Can't make contact with the sweeper. Holmes, in his 7th season, 31 years old, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. Swinging a foul straight back.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Alvarez down to first, gets him. One away on a drop third strike.
Boog, you often think of sliders more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
So up next, Gio Singh. Good power, not great in the OBP department. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
He swings and fouls one off. One out, bases empty, and a run in here in game one of this 3-game set. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Two outs, bases empty. Now here is Gio Hong. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1.
It's in and out of his glove. Still manages a throw. That's out number 3. Looking back at the solo blast that led off the game. It's now a 1-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here with my pal Singy and our starting pitcher here today, number 30.
It's a tough veteran lineup on the other side, but I'm excited to see what this rookie can do in this one.
Francisco Lindor leading things off and takes a strike. Ripped on the ground to second. Tosses to first. And a quick out, number 1. Here's a Mets lineup now. It features a great veteran presence, Francisco Lindor.
Well, last year had over 90 RBIs, fell short of that 100 benchmark milestone, but you know he's got motivation to come out this year and reach that number. He's just a quality hitter, sound mechanics, and look for him to be a big run producer in this lineup.
Misses inside, and that is ball 1. 1 out, bases empty. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That one misses, and it's 2-2.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. And there's 2 gone following the strikeout.
Oh, that was perfect execution of that curveball. Down and in. He gets it out of the danger zone, and you really can't do it much better than that. It's in the zone the entire way, so you have to swing as a hitter, but then just falls off the table and almost hits you in the back foot.
Juan Soto now. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Base hit. And that keeps the inning going. And now it's Mark Vientos. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. In there at the knees. And that one fouled off. Soto, the lead runner at second. Vientos at first, 2 out of the inning. Line, and that's a base hit. Headed for the plate. Here comes the throw. He'll score, and the Mets even it up. It's 1-1.
Well, we're starting over again, all tied up. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
First and second, 2 outs. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. And that one fouled off.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam.
All you got to do is concentrate and execute this next pitch. Get yourself out of the jam, back into the dugout.
Got him. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the second, and now the DH, Chen. Holmes back to work. Late with the swing there. Chen with a couple of homers in his last game. Foul ball there. Fights it off. He'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. So digging in, Will Sohn. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
0-1.
On the ground. On to first. And a couple of quick outs. Two down, base is empty. And the batter will be the shortstop, Ken Yu. Bounce to the right, Alonso. The flip to the pitcher covering, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the second, tied at 1. Back here at Citi Field, home of the New York Mets. Singy, we saw this team playing in the NLCS a year ago.
And some people were surprised they went as far as they did, but they had a really talented roster. In the postseason, you just need one of those guys to get hot, and good things start to happen.
Yeah, Pete Alonso was that guy last year. It felt like he was hitting a game-changing home run every night.
And the rest of his teammates just fed off that energy, Boog. Francisco Lindor was absolutely amazing. Mets fans will remember his grand slam against the Phillies for a very long time.
But with that said, the only way for the Mets to take a step forward this season is reaching the World Series. Jeff McNeil stands in. Late swing, foul to the left. That's in there, and it's 0-2. Time to check on our umpires. Earl Hendricks calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, well-liked umpire, Boog. Pretty consistent with his zone, so if you're familiar with him and how he works, you won't get too surprised by anything. Sometimes he'll give a little bit off the corner, but nothing too crazy at all.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Singy, what kind of strike zone is most frustrating for hitters?
I'd say off the plate, away, and down. And why? Those are the toughest locations to hit the baseball. Well, he froze him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter, and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
Line drive. Brown makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Mets go down quickly. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. Gets a swing and a miss with the sweeper.
0 balls, 1 strike.
And that is out of play. The pitch. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And he hits a ground ball right side. McNeil gets it to first. Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
And here's the catcher, U.J. Hit weakly on the ground. Lindor on to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Well, a well-thrown slider like that one can be tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
So 2 down now, and here is Chance Howe. He's already homered here in this one. And a breaking ball misses outside. 2 outs, base is empty. And that one is popped in the air, shallow center. McNeil makes the catch, and that'll do it. After 2.5, it remains a 1-1 ball game. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the Mets leadoff man, Francisco Lindor. The shortstop takes the ball. That's a laser base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
He was all over that one. A lot of hitters tell themselves line drive over the infielder's head. That's what I'm trying to do. Just keep that approach simple. And right there, it was perfectly executed. On time with everything and pulled it into the gap nicely.
Here's Jesse Winker. And there's the strike. Tied up here in the early going. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Throw over to first. Lindor gets back easily. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. And now it's Juan Soto. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
There's no way around it. Soto is one of the most exciting players in baseball. His hitting skills are so advanced, you'd think he...
Lindor on the move. Pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close.
You know, having a good lead is so key when you're stealing bases, even if you've got great speed. But if you don't have great speed but can get an extended lead and a good jump, you can steal bases on a catcher who can really throw it. That's a nice job right there.
And now he looks it back to second. And that's in for a strike. 1-2.
1-2.
Battling here as he fouls it away. 1 out, a runner at second here in the last half of the 3rd. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Swing and a line drive, base hit into left field. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
Next is the cleanup hitter for the Mets, Mark Vientos. A single his first time. Just
Oh,
missed.
that's down.
Soto, the runner at second with one away. Next offering is in for a strike.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. Not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
On the inside corner for called strike 3.
Well, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in play somewhere and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
Alonso in the box now. No balls and a strike. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-2.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. Leaping, and it's gone. His second of the year, and they add to their lead. It's 4-1.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. Man, he just barely got that one out of here, and you've got to love the effort and left to try and bring it back. He had a good shot at it, just couldn't quite pull it off. It would have been a stunner if he did.
And the batter now, Francisco Alvarez. Fastball for a strike.
0-1.
Next pitch is
That's the ball.
downstairs.
1-1.
And that one is lifted in the air. And that will end the inning. The Pete Alonso blast for the Mets. It's now 4-1. On to the fourth. Now it's the power speed combo. Chance Ray. And that's outside. Ball 1. Ray, 23 years old. And he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2019. One now. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
2 strikes.
One down, base is empty. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Throw to first in time for the second out. Good job to clean it up after the drop 3rd strike.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. He tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
On the ground to 3rd, and that's a fair ball. Now he'll turn for second, and that's a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. With a pitch away, that's exactly what you want to do with it. Drive it the other way. And right there, just barely able to keep it fair down the line for the double.
So runner at second, 2 down. Chen digs in now. Struck out swinging his first time. In the zone for a strike. That was the sweeper.
No balls. 1 strike.
Runner at second, 2 down. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss.
Now that's strike three and the third out. So we take a break. Back here at Citi Field, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Brandon Nimmo. Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, these Mets doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
Fires over to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth. And now here's Jeff McNeil. Caught looking his first time up. And a foul ball. The 0-1. Fought off foul. Next pitch misses outside. And it's 1-2. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Base is empty, one away. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Swing and a ground ball. Throws to first in time. Already two gone here in the home fourth.
Up next for the Mets, center fielder, Jose.
And now it's Jose Siri. He's 0 for 1. There's a strike.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, will be a very positive sign for him and for his team.
On the ground, right side. In plenty of time to first. And the Mets go 1, 2, 3. Nothing doing for the Mets. But they lead it 4-1. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Holmes back to work. That one ripped left field. That's back. And gone! That one felt good, and they're chipping away. It's 4-2.
Things might get pretty interesting if they keep connecting on pitches like that. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Now it's the shortstop, Ken Yu. Grounded out his first time. In the air, center field. Siri makes the catch, and there's one down.
Now batting number 4.
Sid Lang will hit next. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. In the air, left field, down the line, and that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Ground ball to the right side, and he handles it himself for the out.
Deceptive slider right there, stayed in the tunnel a long time, got that hitter out front, rolled over it, put it on the ground.
And now the catcher comes up to him. UJ, 0 for 1 so far. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
0-1.
Swings through that.
Two really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
And the next pitch is way outside.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. And down on strikes. Make it 7 strikeouts for him. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now 4-2. You're dialed into the show. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And now the shortstop, Francisco Lindor. On the corner for a strike.
Well, these Mets, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've already seen 8 line drives from them, and it's always a good sign when the ball is jumping off your bat, and that's what this offense has been doing so far today.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck left field. That's back out of here. So he goes the opposite way with that one. His second of the year, and they tack one on the board. It's 5-2.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Jesse Winker up now for the Mets. 0 for 2 in this one. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. On the mound now, Braden Fisher.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
And that drops in for a strike.
Sometimes pitchers work him backwards, starting with the breaking ball, but it's a tricky approach. He almost wants to bait you out there to throw that stuff to start the at-bat.
Drops into the glove. 1 away.
Well, that's a frustrating into the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
Soto, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1. Up the middle. Slings to first. They get the out on Soto.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
2 outs, base is empty. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Mark Vientos. 1 for 2. Check swing, makes contact, but that's foul. That's smashed towards center. And that's the inning. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's 5-2. And we're back. Now, Chance Howe. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That's back. And that one is out of here. Another homer. his second home run of the game, and they cut into the lead. It's 5-3. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Oh, that one got in the jet stream on a line drive. We saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden they're back in this ball game.
And now the right fielder, Chance Ray. That one down the line, and foul ball. And that one hammered. That's back there. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Clay Holmes done for the afternoon. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. Jose Buto will take over here.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
One out, base is empty, and a run in. And we're in the top half of the sixth. Strike 2.
0-2.
Swing and a miss and a changeup in the dirt. Gets to it, on to first. Got him. 2 gone after the strikeout.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Two outs. And it's fouled away. Up the middle. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. He makes the throw, but it's not in time. And the defense comes away with nothing. So now the DH spot, Chen, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Chen mashed a couple of homers in his last game. Hong, the runner at first with 2 gone. Buto throws over.
He's in there.
Swing and a miss. And the count even at 1.
1 ball, 1
Wow,
strike.
no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move to the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6, and the 5, 6, 7 slots due up. Well, we go bottom 6, and now Pete Alonso. Line drive, caught.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. Right through there for a strike. Base is empty, one away here in the bottom of the 6th. Next offering is in for a strike.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
That misses the zone. Now 1-2. That one the other way. Fair ball. Around first, heading for 2. And that's a 2-bagger.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
1 out, runner at second. Here's Brandon Nimmo. Fouled off to the right. Swings through that one for strike 2.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge, just changing planes, and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
McNeil in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Ripped, but it curls foul. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Steps off, lead runner back to second. On the ground to the left, and it goes just foul. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. On the run, sends it over to first, and very nicely done for the out. Mets leave 1, and it remains 5-3. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Dedniel Nunez.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Out in front and foul to the left side. Nunez, a righty that throws with power. He features a slider, a 4-seamer, a sinker, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Ground ball left side, and that's just foul. Foul ball, still 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
You at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Action in the Mets bullpen. A.J. Minter, a left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Young also getting ready. The Mets leading by 2 here in the top half of inning number 7. Line drive to short and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That one came in at 99. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Chen.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And now the center fielder, Jose Siri. And that one fouled off. Check swing called strike. And that is strike 2. And that's in the dirt.
1-2.
Stays alive. Swings through it for the K. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
And now it's Frankie Lindor. He's already homered in this game. Hit hard, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Digging in, Jesse Winker. And a foul ball. Lindor stands at first with 1 out. And a swing and a miss.
0-2.
The 0-2. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Here's Juan Soto. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
And a big swing and a miss.
He's been great in this one. Eye-hand coordination just failed him a little bit right there.
Line drive, caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Mark Vientos up now for the Mets. 1 for 3. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence.
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Danny Young. This is his 3rd time out this year. Pinch hitter coming on, Chen.
Man, it must be nice to pull a superstar off your bench, huh?
Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
It's 0-1.
Next offering is fouled back. High chopper to third, but it kicks foul. Foul tip. Oh, that got our umpire. And it looks like it got him upstairs. That's to third. Zips it across. First out in the top of the 8th.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
So up next, Chance Howe, looking for his 3rd home run of the game.
Yeah, he blasted his 2nd of the game in the 6th inning. This guy looks like he's playing on beginner mode in this one.
Beginner mode is where it's at, Chris. Outside low, 1-0. Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. And there's 2 down.
Now batting number 88.
So digging in, Chance Ray. A pair of strikeouts, and he's flied to center. Two outs. Strike 2.
Looking very settled on the mound here in the 8th. One more out, and they'll probably hand it off to their closer for the 9th with at least a 2-run lead.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Here's Pete Alonso. Chen back to work. And first offering is fouled off. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
0-2.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. That's a ball. Tried to attack with the sweeper. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And 1 out now. Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And another ball. Fastball for a strike.
2-1.
Next offering in there for a strike. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. On the ground, right side, and foul ball.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Up the middle. Sends it to first. Gets the catcher by a step. And next for the Mets, Brandon Nimmo. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. On the ground, right side, Doty. Gets it to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over.
Pitching for the Mets, number 39.
We go to the ninth. Now the left fielder, Gio Singh. Diaz, multi-time All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a two-seamer. The 1-1. On the ground to first, and it's through for a hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Singy, that's a start.
Yeah, as soon as that ball got through, I could see down in the dugout, players pumping their fists. They know that they got a chance in this ball game.
Gio Hong, the next to hit. Fouled off. He was late.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves Jaws on the floor. This might get interesting, Boog.
Diaz throw to first, and he's back in on a dive. The tying run at the plate. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Now batting, number 29.
Chen getting ready to hit. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Wade Chang.
And this is a big at bat coming, Boog. Definitely a little added pressure on him here.
That misses, and that's ball 1. With the tying run at the plate, here at the top of the 9th. Tying run at the plate. Swing and a miss, 98 on the gun.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days. You would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
Fires to first on the run, and he beats the throw. Shows off the wheels right there, an infield single. Wade Chang with his first major league hit, and this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen. And when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
So up next, Will Sohn. You gotta feel like there's a pretty good chance this game is gonna turn on one swing.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
And he swings through that one.
0-1.
Singh at third. Chang over at first with 1 away. Swings and misses. 0-2.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. First and third, 1 down. Battling here as he fouls it away. Got him and swinging for the strikeout. And they're down to their last out.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. You know, when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
So they're down to their final out. And the batter will be the shortstop, Ken Yu. And that's fouled off. Two on, two outs.
One and one.
Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
1-2, the count.
Diaz is just one strike away. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, they win the opener at home. First game of the 3-game series, and there's just such a good feeling when you're in your own ballpark. You're sleeping in your own bed. You're eating your clubhouse manager's food. Everything's right in your world, and they played like it today.
A 5-3 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.